I want to introduce Teri. She's an amazing tarot reader and astrologer. She's combining the two skills into one. She's amazing. So first of all, Teri, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us, Teri, tell me, first of all, where is this name coming from? Amethyst Astro Tarot. What is that? Tell me more about that. Why that name?
I mean, Astro Tarot, it's like, I think, after I started, I mean, astrology and tarot, like in different ways, then I found that there is a way that I can combine them together. I mean, like in astrology, I cannot use the tarot, but in tarot, I have a chance to use the astrology in that sense.
So that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, it's like, because I mean, the thing is that according to, I mean, traditionally in a like Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck or something like that, according to Golden Dawn, there's a like system like that, and then according to that you can associate all the cards in a tarot deck like the
planets,
major arcana and minor arcana cards. You can associate them with all planets and also the the signs and everything, and then according to that you can make, I mean, you can make a, in a way, kind interpretation accordingly. Not necessarily that you have to do that, but for example, it's like sometimes it happens that I get a card. Okay, this is like this also, and then at the moment, where is the planet, or what is happening with the signs, or the ruler is where, and I can say, okay, then it can be giving a message like that as well. So in that sense, it's like. It is possible. It is possible.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. I'm a total, I don't know. I went to some readers. They opened the cards for me. I was like, what is that? I don't know. But so I am like a total newbie. I have no idea. So tell me, I just know that there's like minor and major arcana. So what does that mean for beginning?
Yeah, I mean,
tell us more about
major arcana cards, like in a typical deck, there are like 78 cards, and 22 cards are the major arcana cards, and the rest of them, there are like there are 4 suites, and in each suite that you have 10 cards, which are the 40, and there are the court cards, which you have the page and the knight and the queen and the king, and they become also another 16, so you have 56 plus 22, 78 cards together. And what they call is like, major arcana means like greater secrets, like this, and then minor arcana is like lesser secrets. And I mean, I think tarot reading, when you like draw a major arcana card, it can be the case that like the things may unfold out of your control, something unexpected, like over you. Something that is like not under your control.
Okay, so for example, I come to you. So do you read like a natal chart when you throw a tarot, or is it more like a horary when I ask a question? So what do you do? Is it both? Can I just?
No, not like, I think it depends on if you ask a question. I mean, depending on the question and the person and the circumstance. So I think you can
more
just
like a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Australia. I love the people. People are watching us from all over the world. Thank you, Nature Love.
Okay, good morning from Australia. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good night from UK.
Yeah. I know, it's amazing. So, so for example, I would just come and then ask a question, and then you would pull up the cards and tell me something about me, or about the question, or about how that works, or how many tarot.
I mean, normally you wouldn't want to. I wouldn't answer a question about a third party. I would like a question about you directly. I mean, what is related to you, not anyone else. Yeah, because it feels like also, it's like, because the moment that you start talking about third parties, it's like as if you are tapping into their privacy. You understand? It's like it's like astrology. I mean, you won't like look at a chart without the permission of the chart owner. It's something like that. Also, you don't pull cards or draw cards without the permission of X person, because the other one. The querent
That's
is
true.
asking about that. Yeah.
Many synastry charts, you know, people come here, oh, can you read this? If I don't have a permission from the other person, I won't do it, you know, because it's just not ethical, right? So it has to be consented. I get many, many questions, you know, like, oh, I have this crush, I have this boyfriend. Like, if he doesn't know if you're doing this, we're not going to do this, right?
Look
Okay.
at my synastry. Okay. Okay. Does he know about it, or she, or they,
Yeah.
or whatever? Like,
Right?
do they know? No, that's
Yeah. So
okay.
it's
Then bye
always,
bye.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I always say no, because that's not nice. Okay, cool. I like that. So for example, do you have cards with you maybe?
Yeah, I do have my cards with me.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. So for example, if let's do like a little test. So for example, if I just ask you some question about today's life, so and you open, like, what is the vibe of, like, if you open some card, what will that card tell you about today's life, for example?
today's
Yeah.
live, huh? Today's live. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
So
see.
we are together for the first time. So we are together for the first time. You know, we met. You know,
Okay.
we are for the first
Okay.
time live,
Okay.
presenting ourselves
Okay.
to the public. So let's
Let's
see
see
what. Yes.
what is it going to tell us? Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see.
And then you can tell me how does connect with astrology, because I think the examples are the way that people understand and remember the best. If you show them, you know, like, this is the card for today, this means this,
Okay.
just for fun. This is all entertainment only, guys. So
Okay. Okay.
always,
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Today's. Okay.
I feel good.
This
Okay,
is
so what is
the
that?
King of Wands.
Okay, so
I
king
mean,
is good. I assume
I
king
mean,
is
in general, I mean, look at if you look, I like also look, I mean, talking about what depiction says, we see what kind of a person is. First of all, Wands to it is related with the fire element. So you will say that, okay, there is this energy, action, etc. It looks like we are both with good energy, so that's there. And
love it.
also, I mean, like king, it's like generally like they are the master of what they are doing. Like you are confident. It's like I'm energetic, confident about what I'm doing. And also, as you see, he's like holding the wand, but he's in a very comfortable. It feels like, I mean, without looking at the correspondence, it feels like more like a kind of a Leo, a bit, no? The standing of that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's the direct correspondence is Leo, but that
Mm-hmm.
has that thing, no? Confident, like there's this comfort.
I
I know
like it.
what I'm doing, and I'm also this fire energy. It's something like that. So I think this is what is saying about the life of today.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect card. I love it. We are joyful. We are open-hearted.
Yeah.
We're confident. We want to you know, entertain others as well, which
Yeah,
is also
exactly.
Leo. I
Exactly.
love it.
I mean, it's more like intuitive without like thinking, but I mean, like when I started saying like, the master is like confident, it's like, it feels like a bit more fire energy. It's like a Leo type of thing. Yeah,
Oh, I like
exactly.
that. I like that. So tell me, what kind of clients do you have? What are the most questions you have with your clients? So what do they
I think
ask more?
I think it depends. I mean, like some people ask about career, some people about like general, like sometimes like in like natal chart or forecasting of the in the astrology. Some people come, you know, with a certain question in their minds. It's like I want an answer for this. Like there's no
Okay.
absolute answer, by the way, or there's no future prediction at all in both disciplines. We don't know
Exactly.
the future. We can
Yeah.
just like use the symbols to say something about it, but that's all. There's no like that will happen, that might, things can go
There's so many
unfold
ways.
like this.
Yes.
Yeah, but like this, so it depends. I mean, it depends on how some people like in astrology, they just wonder, are curious about it. They have never been to a tarot reader or like an astrologer at all. So what they do is like, okay, I want to know about.
That's what I find. But those
Tell
are
me
the
about it.
hardest clients. yeah, those are, I find those the hardest clients when they're just like, okay, tell me, oh, what are you going to predict? Like, I'm not predicting. I want to talk to you. I want to see how can I help you with you, because any sign and any planet can manifest in so many ways, right? And according to
Exactly.
aspects. So it depends
Exactly.
on you exactly, right? So, you know, if, for example, moon can be a mother, but if your biological mother is not alive anymore, it can represent mother figure, or, you know, it can be so many other things. So you can just say your mother, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so it's good to know the background. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
interesting.
mean, I remember sometimes for me, but it's interesting when they ask journalists, like you are like, it's like a mystery, you know. You
It is like a
sometimes like
mystery.
focus, okay, what do I say? And but sometimes it's like, yeah, sometimes the cards, like the chart, reads itself for you.
I call it magic because, you know, it
Yeah,
works. We still don't know why. We try to explain, but it works. So
yeah, exactly,
it's magic.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Um, so tell me, okay. So for example, what type of tarot placements do you do? Like, how do you call it? Like, three cards? You open three cards, or you open how?
I think
The
it's just,
patterns?
I think just depends. I mean, sometimes, I mean, like, I think there was one reading that I did. I mean, like, sometimes the question may tell what kind of reading you need to do. I mean, like, I also do written reading sometimes, but I do
Mm-hmm.
live also on Zoom, etc. In person, I think since the pandemic, I couldn't go like really physical
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
things yet, but it's most of the time, yeah, it's still in person, but online, Zoom kind of thing. But sometimes it happens that like you see that like, for example, there's a spread called Celtic Cross. I don't know if you have ever heard about it.
No,
It's like
please tell us more about everything. Mm-hmm.
it comes, I think, from the Celtic Cross, really, like the way that if you may imagine the Celtic Cross like this,
Yes.
and then you have this, and there's a part on the other side like this that is more like the like a near future, etc. And then here actually on the cross part, the main cross part, actually you try to understand what is lying under that question.
Now, what is happening now?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
I
what
always,
happened in the past?
oh,
What
okay.
is the root? Where you find yourself? What may unfold in the near future, and then you see what are the circumstances that are like external ones, and everything, hopes, dreams, and etc. And the
Mm-hmm.
outcome. You know, it's like, and
I
sometimes there's a question that comes like you think that like there's an ongoing thing, you know, there's some
mm-hmm.
issue that is coming all from the past,
Yeah, that it's coming
like
from the
digging
past, but it's
you,
still
and
ongoing.
then you like
Mm-hmm.
you want to learn what may happen, or what may happen, but how can you approach this issue, etc.
Okay.
So then
So
you say that,
what do
wow,
you? I'm always curious. What do you do when you have some bad card coming up? You know, death or skeleton or something. What do you do? What do you tell the client?
the death card, I
Yeah.
don't have any problem with that.
No.
I don't have like, yeah, I mean, I don't have like this means, because I think in each question, in each,
Mhm.
like also the cards that in relationship, I mean, all the cards have different meanings, negative,
It can be just
positive.
ending of something and a new beginning. I always think, you know, like even in astrology, when people say Pluto, oh my God, death. But it's not death. It's also transformation. It means ending of something. It can mean
Yeah, I
ending of
mean,
something and then
because
of something
that
new.
card,
Yeah.
yeah, it's generally, I mean, like also like with Scorpio, it is
Hmm.
associated with Scorpio. So as you said, I
Okay.
mean, like it's not. I mean, it's not necessarily like the
It's a
something
bad
really
thing. Yeah, yeah,
physical
yeah.
you are not talking about, and it can refer to, but I wouldn't really go there. I think in a, like, you don't go in a forecasting, you won't go. I don't know. I personally, it's not my place to see. They try to see if there is a death in that
Yeah,
chart.
that's true.
No, no,
Yeah,
not
that's true. It's all
my
about
thing.
the client. Yeah.
I
Okay. So
try to avoid it.
I know, I know. It's I always tell the clients, it's your choice. I can just tell you what I see and feel that it's all going on for you, but it's up to you, right? It's your choice, and you can always, you know, a bunch of them I tell, you know, like it's gonna rain. If you're gonna take the umbrella or not, it's up to you, right? So I can only tell you, I think it's gonna rain. That's all I can tell you, right? It's like a weather.
Exactly. So
Okay, cool. So
yeah.
I just want to now tell me more about the cards and the correlation with astrology. So when client come, when do you incorporate astrology in your tarot reading? At what situations? How do you do that?
I think it depends. I mean, like it really, I say too much. It depends, But I think really it
I know, but
depends.
in general,
In general, I think sometimes you see the card. It happened that, like you see, for example, if with the birth date someone comes, you understand, and then you see the birth card or something related with that person. You see that like corresponding card. For example, I came. I'm the third decan of
Okay.
Virgo, and then there's the card of like Ten of Pentacles came. Ah, it's me. Maybe I will say that that represents you. You
Okay.
understand?
Tell me
It's
more
like
about
it's
that. So tell me more
about you.
about. Okay, so tell me more about those deacons and what does pentacle mean? What does
Okay,
like a sword?
okay,
So tell me
okay.
more.
So
I don't know the
there are
name.
four suites. I mean, normal.
Okay.
I think playing cards also. It's like you have these like the swords that is associated with the air element, the ones that is associated with the fire element, the pentacles that is associated with the earth element, and the cups that is associated with the water element. That we have
Okay, I
these
didn't know that.
four suites.
That's news for me. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I just want to recap. So cups for water, pentacles for earth, swords for fire, and air is
No,
what
swords
is
is the air, wands is
swords
fire.
is air.
Yeah.
What is fire? Sorry.
Wands or stuffs,
Oh, wands.
whatever.
Okay, wands is fire and swords is air. Swords is air. Okay, because I have
Yeah.
lots of air, so I
So
want to
and what
understand that. Okay.
as we know in astrology, you can there's the decan theory, etc., that you
Yes.
can like divide each sign into three equal
Yes.
parts and
Okay.
each decan. Yeah.
Okay. So for example, I just want to. I'm a Gemini. My brain is going. So I'm a second decan of Gemini. So what is my card in tarot? What would it be?
Second decan of Gemini. Gemini
Yeah.
is so what where we go is like I can tell you like this. I explain this. If you have the 2, 3, and 4 in each suite, they are associated with the cardinals, okay?
Aha. Okay. Tell me more. Okay. Again,
2,
I
3,
want to
4,
learn.
4 cardinals, okay?
Okay.
Cardinal modality. So 5, 6, 7 fixed,
Aha.
8,
Okay.
9, 10
Mutable.
mutable. So you would be 9 mutable and you're an air. So we are talking about 9 of swords for you, right?
Awesome. I don't know what that card means. Later, we'll have a reading and then you'll tell me. But just in general, I like that. I like it. So what
Yeah,
if?
like
Okay.
so you go like this. I mean, like you associate everything with one card, and then you get all these planetary decan rulers and everything, and then you see that like I mean, like in Nine of Swords, it's like you see that like Mars is the decan ruler. So I wouldn't go first like Mars is the ruler. So is it Mars in Gemini? I would look at the card, but
It's
then I
not.
can think that like Mars in Gemini as well. You understand?
Yeah, I know, but it's not. But it's interesting that I was born. My son is at 13 degrees of Gemini, which is a Mars degree. See,
Yes,
that's a connection.
exactly.
Ah, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna spend all night looking through there and reading everything. Okay, I love this. I love this. Okay, so what happens in the reading if the card goes reverse? You know, people always, oh my God, it's upside
Some
down.
people read reverse. I don't read reverses. I don't read reverses.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
No,
I know
I
somebody goes, oh my God, it's
especially
reversed.
put my deck in a way that I don't read reverses. No, there's
Okay.
nothing something particular. But when I was reading, like started reading, etc. I mean, like that, really learning, and then one day I was asking my mentor that, and I said that, look, I mean, like I see that some people read reverse, and she told me that, look, I mean, like That's a choice.
Okay.
Like in astrology, I have a choice of reading with equal houses. No, I look at the
Yeah.
charts with equal. But some people like placidus. Nothing
I
is
like
worse than.
porphyry.
Sorry.
I like porphyry for some reason. I like porphyry for some reason.
Okay.
That was my first
So
teachers.
everyone has their
Yeah.
style. No, so it's like
Yeah.
some people prefer to have reverse. They just shuffle the deck like this. It goes upside down. They don't mind. But I mean, and she was saying that if there's a message, you will get it either way.
Mm.
So you
Okay. So
understand, it's like how you look at intuition and everything, like a technique, like it's again like astrology, no? There is like you have all the techniques, you know how to
you
but on the
combine.
other hand, then all of a sudden you say, but it can be because there is too much symbolism.
But you also have to have some kind of intuition, I say, right?
Yes,
All this knowledge and technique, if you don't have the intuition, you kind of to see the patterns and to see what's the big picture, it's hard. So you have to have that little piece of, something is not right, or you have to look at this, right? I like that. So we had elements and modalities. So do you have also the yin and yang and feminine or masculine? Are the cards also
I
divided
think
by
that I'm not like very expert in numerology. I think when you look at the numerology of the cards, you can see that like there is this masculine and feminine size of the numbers and everything, and you can also look at the numerology of the cards, like, and then accordingly say that like if you see a pattern of like, I don't know, like twos, like in like you can have a conflict and etc., duality and this kind of thing. I mean, you can also think, I mean, if you see in a reading like recurring the same number, I think sometimes it can give a sign like what's going on, why is this number coming all the time, something like that.
So you have to kind of combine technique with intuition and see what it is. Like you open a sun card, I know that sun, and it's like Leo also, and then moon is more like a feminine energy related to the moon in astrology. I don't know. So I don't know if this is going to be boring or not, but I was wondering if you could tell us more about the cards. I'm just wondering. So because they're 78. So what is major? It's okay. You told me major is like a major transformation. Something major is happening if the major card comes up. What if there's no major cards? Like if you just open minor, or do you
Depends. I mean,
together?
like I think it's like a minor arcana cards. Then it means that actually it's like it can be something about your daily occurrences and everything, and also it's something under your control. No, it's like it's in your hands, not out of your hands.
I get it.
It can be something related with that, and also it's like when it is minor, it's like you won't expect something like happening. It's like more like normal, you know.
But you mix them together, right? You mix them together and you don't divide.
I think some people, because there are some decks that are only major decks. There are some decks that you only have the major cards. Some people, I think, sometimes prefer to read only with the major cards. I think depending on the question that they may come, but I use all the the what they call pips, the 1 to 10, and the court cards and the major. I shuffle all of them together, whatever comes. I mean, like, for example, court cards. I was talking about like these page and everything, and that they may represent people. I mean, like real people that are involved with what is going on. But at the same time, it can be like symbolizing you or some events as well. So you can also think about that.
Yeah, you have to talk to see what is happening in your client's life to actually understand how to interpret this the best possible way. I hear that. That's good. So what would be, for example, the cards for Saturn or I don't know, Mars or do you specifically, when you see some cards, do you automatically associate with some planet or no? Like when you open,
there are cards,
this is like...
In any case, in the major arcana card, there are cards that are directly associated with all the planets and the signs. I mean, like, for example, Mars is the tower card. Though I personally don't agree with that, because I think it depends on the deck. I think also, I mean, like the feeling that it's like for me, like when I see Tower card, it's like, you know, that things all of a sudden go upside down. There is some feeling like that, but it can be like a transformative change. You know, it's like I always say that there is sun after rain, always, like, you know, there's the day
I like
after
that.
night. So in that sense, I always feel like when I see Tower, it's like can be Uranus or some Pluto. But the Mars, I don't know. I mean, it's like I never feel like there's really too much Mars
I hear.
energy there.
Okay. And what's okay? So tell me more. That's Mars, kind of Mars Tower, but you associate
The
also
Mars
with Pluto
power.
or Uranus. Okay. So you
Yeah.
have other
So Pluto,
associations.
for
I like that.
example, is like I don't have the Rider-Waite Smith because I'm in the other part of the house. So I
Mhm.
have another deck. But I mean, in the like in a traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, Pluto, you have the Judgment card. I mean, like, you know, that Judgment
Ah,
Day thing. You know, it's like they are rising the that it's in a way sometimes rebirth. You understand? It can
yeah,
symbolize
yeah.
rebirth. Yeah, or
I like.
going to a new journey also sometimes, you know, it's like because you get transformed, going to something else and then continue your way or something like that.
I just did a little digression, of course, Gemini digressions. I'm just thinking. So how many decks do you have? How many? Please tell me. I know you
I
guys
don't
have
I
so
don't
many.
think so that I have that many decks. I don't have
No.
many decks that I have like 25 decks. I think there aren't that much. I mean, like,
I know more.
do I use all of them? I think I really try to treat them equally in a fair way, though I don't have any Libra
Okay.
placement in
So you
that
don't
sense
have.
of that. Fair way. Yeah, much. But I use this deck that I shuffle the cards, which is that's
Mhm.
why this is Robert Place deck. I like his art and
Okay.
everything a lot, so I use his decks a lot. But I have, yeah, lots of Robert Place decks. But I have, I think, other decks as well because I like also when I see Kickstarter, that kind of thing. I like
Mhm.
the nice art, and also it's like supporting people because the people are trying to, you know, make
I
something
like that.
new, get us introduced to something new. So it's giving support and something interesting to have around.
Now you reminded me another digression. I supported a guy who created a board game. It's called Zodiac War. So
Oh,
it's so interesting. I got it. I still didn't play it because I have nobody to play here. I have to find some astrologers who want to play this game with me. It's amazing. The art and the way it looks, it was beautiful. Yeah. So it's good that supporting people like that. I
I
really
think
thumbs up.
you get amazed. I mean, I had bought a deck. It was again Sims Tarot. It was from Kickstarter, Sims Tarot, and they made really something really nice. I think from all these far eastern countries, all creators and
Mm.
tarot readers from there, they come together and they put the myths of like Singapore, I don't know, Hong Kong, China, etc., all into the cards, and they made the art of that with a
Oh my
huge
God, that's
booklet.
amazing.
So I mean, I'm like, yeah, because it's nice. I mean,
I know.
I didn't read much because it's also like, you know, when you don't know the story behind, it's very hard, but I'm
Uh,
amazed by the effort and the
that's
creating
amazing.
the idea. It's like that amazed me. Yeah, so I said, okay, I will do this. I will buy this, and I in the end I
I
supported
like
them.
it. I
Yeah,
like it. Very good. Thumbs up for you. I like that.
yeah.
And then you went actually when I now I don't know. I can't all this knowledge. I want to know everything. No, no. I was thinking like when you see a client, like I would like for this client this deck is good, like or something. You know, like you go and
No,
choose like a.
I think I
No.
don't know. I like my. I generally use most of the time the same decks. I think some,
Okay.
yeah, tarot readers have their this favorite thing, and then they connect better with that deck, and in the end read with that. I
Ah,
mean, it's like I think it's the way that how you are used to stuff. I mean, like how you the way that you also read a chart. I mean, no, that everyone has their style. You get used to that, and then you go that way. Exactly. I mean.
Bye, Sally. She said it's late for her. She's also in England. Say bye. Nice.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you for
also
coming.
therefore.
I know. Thank you, Terry, for doing this so late. I really appreciate it.
I thank you.
Okay, you reminded me. I had because I used to live in Croatia back in the day. Now I'm in Canada. I went to this lady. I think she's probably more psychic, I think, than she was a tarot reader. She would always kind of put cards in front of me, but they were so old you couldn't see anything on them anymore. I think she used them so much, and I was always fascinated, like, what does she see there? I don't know, I said, okay, she's probably more psychic. But anyway, do you feel that you kind of have that psychic ability with reading more tarot? Do you kind of, no?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think when I speak to different people, they think that like you have psychic. I mean, people have psychic to read tarot,
It's just learning the
etc.
language.
But I don't know. I mean, like, even you ask, for astrology, I don't know. I mean, like, it's like there's intuition, that's for sure. But I don't think so that I have that kind of ability.
It's a strong word, yeah. A strong word. It's like not everybody. But I always say we're just learning a language. Like, this is a language of tarot. You know, you learn a new language, just like you learn English or French or Spanish. You learn the language of stars, the language of cards.
Mercurius, just for me.
Mercury. Yes. Yeah. You're a Virgo. I'm a Virgo rising with Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. I'm mercurial 100%.
I have lots of placements in Virgo, and then this year I was studying this sun, I mean, like the midpoints, etc. And I always used to tell, I'm so curious. I read a lot. I am like like this. Okay, I have lots of Mercury, like with the Virgo, and then it turns out that my sun moon midpoint is Gemini, the direct
there
one.
you go.
Here you go. I got my answer.
So there, midpoints are also very important.
Yeah.
It's for another story. So which card would be Mercury in tarot?
Mercury, the magician.
The trickster.
The trickster. Yeah, in a way, the tricksters. I also sometimes feel that there is this, in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there is this also, like, the kind of, there is this infinity, and also like you have all these tools, like all the elements that you put them together and etc., that the sense of alchemy, you understand. And also there is this as above, below, etc., like your is above is below, and all that thing. But there is also, like, there is this from the bottom to the top, the psychopomp, like,
okay, so for example,
like, you help the transition as well. That also there is that feeling in that card as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Very good point. So I have a question. I just want examples. For example, so I come to you and then I tell you my date of birth, or you see my chart. For example, you have my chart, and then you put tarot on, and if the magician card comes up, it will probably represent me according to my chart, right? Like if you open it, would it or no? Does it correlate? No, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just wondering.
No, I think, I mean, I would sometimes look like if someone wants birth cards, etc. But I think I wouldn't. I mean, like, sometimes people think that they have to give a lot of information. I'm like, like, neither in tarot nor astrology, I don't want any information. Like, I can read, I can look at the chart. I don't want extra thing that will distract me at all. I don't like distractions.
Oh, okay. So you like to kind of see and then just talk. I like that. So kind of, okay, cool. That's amazing. Awesome. Do you want to share with us anything that would be important for our viewers, our followers, regarding tarot and astrology, and how do you see the connection between the two?
How do I see the connection between the two? I mean, like, it's like, if you think that, I mean, both, it's like divination methods. in the end. It's
Okay.
like, yeah,
Okay.
it's like, yeah. And
Okay.
then I mean, in the end, it's both of them are guidance, right? Because both have symbols that tells
So it's
us
like
because I mean, like in tarot, we have the symbols on the cards that help us to tell a story, and on a chart we have the symbols. I mean, that are
awesome.
like represented by the planets and all the signs and everything, planets expressions in the signs through the houses, so that you can tell a story through that also. So there is always a storytelling there.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like via
Symbolism.
cards or via chart. It's like
Okay. So it just
everyone's life.
two different languages, that you can express the same thing. That's why I always I don't also mind when people have different house systems or they use this or that. I think it's all the same. It's just different language that comes to say the same thing. You know, how do you say, same word said in different languages, and it all comes together at the end. So it's just the cards speak different language and the stars speak different, but they have some connections with symbology and how do you call that when they archetypes.
Archetypal, yeah, there is archetypal symbol. I mean, like all the things. I mean, there is archetypal interpretation. In any case, I mean, like also, I mean, like in astrology, I mean, like we only know like the mythology. I mean, like lying behind all this at the end of the day, which is also created by the people, no? That all the gods,
That's true.
goddesses, etc. And based on that. You can do things, and also I think if you think that in tarot, like when you start using all these techniques of numerology elements, etc., there is a technical part as well. Like in astrology, I think astrology is, according to me, depending on also the type of astrology. Like if you talk about mundane, so there's lots of
Exactly.
statistics, lots of numbers, you know,
It's
that is
totally
going like
different. Yeah.
historical. You have
No,
to
but
all
it's
the time
different.
connect things into each other. It's like, that's all that thing going on, and my hands all the time. Yeah, Mercury.
It's not easy for Geminis and Virgos. It's not easy processing all this information.
It's like,
I know. I
it's
hear you.
so there is all this connection that is going on as well. I mean, also in the cars. I mean, I think it's like I remember that I was in a conference, in the winter conference in Tarot. I was again talking about its storytelling, etc. But I think I was like probably too methodical, and it's like, yeah, technical going. And then someone said, you are I mean, she didn't mean, of course, in a bad way, like you are technical, methodical. And I'm like, Virgo. That's me.
Yeah, that's true. I also I changed my style with practice. I find that if I over prepare, to be honest, like Virgo to do it, then I lost myself in a reading. I have to sometimes let go of, and just be intuitive with what I see. Otherwise, I get flustered. Oh, I missed this. No, like if Virgos tend to overthink, and then you lose yourself in details, and then you forget to give the big picture
I
to
mean, like,
client, right? So
it's a big picture. Sometimes it's like, sorry, I mean, like, there's too much to explore. It's like you
yeah,
also want to like get the most out of it. How can I, like, it's like because they ask about, like, let's say career. It's like,
then you focus on that.
how can I say more? It's like,
Then
no,
just
there is
focus
no
on
way.
that. I know, it's hard. Excellent. I mean, thank you very much. I don't know if nobody has any questions. People are probably just listening, and they're just learning, absorbing all this information. I know that I love it. I love it. I don't know much about. I never knew not much about tarot. I know that so it's good to know that how the connections are, and it's interesting. I have to actually learn more. So thank you very much for your time and for your knowledge and everything.
So it was just a pleasure, like meeting
Thank
you
you.
through
Oh,
live and talking about tarot and astrology from here and there, and then like trying to express. And I hope that, I mean, I always like that the people learn more No,
Absolutely. Me too.
that's the, I think at the end of the day, yes, we do it professionally, but the important thing is that what we do, we can reach the people with the knowledge, and they can learn more. They know what is
Exactly.
told to them. I mean, like, you know, sometimes it's really important for me. It's like I don't like that, like people that don't know and you just like feed them something in the name.
That's true. Jason just gave us the great quote for the end. He says, you lose yourself in detail, you forget the big picture." Exactly. So thank you, Jason, for that. We're going to end on this note. Thank you, Teri. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please follow Teri for more Astro and Tarot insights. Teri, I want to really thank you now publicly for your support. Since I started, you have been really, really nice and supportive, and it was so nice to meet you. Wish you all the best. Guys, please go follow Teri for more stuff, and see you soon. I'm going to have a next live next week, so
Okay, it's my
see you soon,
pleasure,
guys.
and have a nice day or night, evening, afternoon,
For me,
wherever
it's
you are.
afternoon. Yeah, for me, it's almost evening. It's at 6 o'clock at night. It's evening for me.
Okay.
Good
See
night.
you. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye,
Bye.
everybody. See
Bye.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.